You started yours yet? I don't think it says.
No.
There you go.
I don't know why I didn't do it first time.
Pressed the wrong button there, Phil.
Yeah,
Never
cheers,
mind,
mate.
but good evening, everyone. Welcome along for American British Racing, the Tier 1 Championship. You join us for the Hungarian Grand Prix around the Hungaroring here in Budapest. What's the weather going to throw up? We can see some rain potentially here. We don't know what it's going to be like, but it could be a scorcher as well. We know the soft tyre is really going to melt around here. Not last too long, so it's going to be very interesting, this qualification, even in the early phases, Phil. And yeah, it's going to throw up quite a few strategies, I do believe.
Yeah, definitely. Hungary's definitely not a track you can guarantee some sunny weather on, that's for sure. As we look at past Grand Prix, we've seen rain in qualifying, we've seen rain in the race, we've seen rain over the whole course of a weekend. So weather's definitely going to play a part, especially if it starts off dry and then runs wet towards the end of qualifying. It's definitely going to pull out and compromise a few strategies, that's for sure, in terms of setups. But nevertheless, we go to Q1 and we see which one of the drivers has got the pace to take pole position come the end of this qualifying.
Yep, as the tyres will, the guys will be choosing the tyres as we speak at the minute, just choosing whether they're going to run a soft, highly doubtful, probably medium to hard around this circuit. It's one of them tracks, Phil. It's 50% on throttle around here, so spending a lot of time on the brakes, also trying to hit your apex and just feather the throttle through. It's we just got that long straight really, where we can really plant it. I think it's about 900 meters, the longest actual full throttle point around here. So not much room to rest as well. It's going to be a tough race for these boys.
What else is going to be a crucial thing as well is overtaking. I mean, this track is definitely not known for one of the best overtaking tracks on the calendar. I mean, you've got the start-finish straight, and then you've got that little uphill run towards the end of Sector 1 as well, potentially. But you've got to be very careful going up there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's one of my favourite sectors on the calendar. I love Sector 1 Hungary. As long as you can nail turn 1, and then you can get that sharp left-hander right and get a decent exit on the right-hander up the hill, you're going to be flying. But Sector 2 is definitely tricky. It's got a lot of bumps, a lot of curbs, and you definitely don't want to make sure you're clipping too much of those curbs. Otherwise, your back end will be access denied.
Okay, Phil, so a quick run through of the championship standing so far. It's currently Callum, who leads the charge in the championship on 76 points. Just behind him is PWR Dan, his teammate, a further 3 points behind. Then it's Stubbsy, Buraps, Vitinho, Oxtes, Yaunif, Bowen and Ganjul rounding out the top 10 in the championship. The Williams boys have really got a march on now on 149 points. Their closest competitor, Phil, is the Alfa Romeo boys on 76 points. So it's going to be up to Stubbsy, Ganjul to really try and make an impact and some inroads on this championship fight now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the Williams have been outstanding performers all season, especially Grand Prix that I've watched. I know a couple I have watched where Callum's been pretty unlucky, but since then he's definitely upped his game, upped his concentration and determination to win Grand Prix, as is his teammate, with a new lead game attack, ABR Dan. Both great pairing. I think they deserve to win the Constructors' Championship. You haven't really had many challenges behind, really. I mean, the Mercedes team is really, really strong. However, they've not had the best of luck in recent races with no fault of their own, whether that come down to weather, strategy. But as you say, the Alfa Romeo team of Stubbsy and Gadgewiz don't work too badly as a team either. So it'd be definitely interesting to see. Also as well, the Haas team, I think, a very strong HRC, ABR Vitinho, definitely ones to look out for this qualifying.
They've definitely missed out in the early phases of this championship. There was latecomers to this series, but Vitinho has definitely made an impact on us. Some great racing right at the front of the order, cutting his teeth with the likes of PWR Dan etc. And yeah, it's going to be one to watch this weekend, that's for sure. HRC as well. Don't count him out. But this is round 6 of 11 in the ABR Season 1 Championship of Tier 1. Yesterday we had the Tier 2 guys around the British Grand Prix. A thoroughly entertaining race. If you haven't already, do go to the videos, go check that out. Don't forget to drop your comments in there, get your questions in for us. Hashtag AskPhil, anything you want.
Yeah, any questions you've got about the race, about strategies, about pit stops, damage, etc. Just come over to me, and we'll get any questions you need. As I'm just looking at one of your first people to come across the line, at ABR Tier, who's going to cross shortly after ABR Boom and is going to overtake ABR Boom. Of course, different tyres in this qualifying session in particular.
So we've got, yeah, a couple of times already flying in. 16.2, blistering pace there already from Vitinho. My goodness me. What is their lap records around here? So looking, fastest lap was a 16.1. Sebastian Vettel, 2018, that was in practice 3. Lap record from Schumacher in 19.0 in 04. But yeah, this 35 lap Grand Prix is really going to test the concentration to the maximum. It's right up there. It's a real driver's track. You need to get a real good rhythm. You can't take too much from one corner to the other, otherwise you're really going to hamper yourself in the later part of the lap.
Yeah, absolutely. As we just see Mystic Reed go fastest with 1:16.1 on the soft compound tyres. Very good time. Definitely a great banker lap, as we've got a load of cars now coming in across the line. Stubbsy goes fastest with 1:15.9. Good time for the Alfa Romeo. Definitely going to be putting the challenge to Williams in these last few races towards the end of the season. I go on board with your league host, ABR Baraps. He's one of a couple of drivers who are on the hard compound tyres. As we'll watch him come across the line, and then we'll go over to you, Richie, with some other drivers, as Baraps is going to come around the final corner now. Power down. What's it going to be for Baraps? It's fastest with a 1:19.5 for the Red Bull. Richie, any drivers looking any of interest to you at the moment?
Well, we're keeping a close eye on Kimi. I think he might go well around this circuit. It's going to be a real interesting one, that's for sure. I think Stubbsy, Mystic, Vitinho.
I'm just going to point out very quickly, I don't mean to butt in, but HRC must have disqualified from the session of some sort, because he is now one to set a time and he's now down in 15.
So did he just set a time and retire? What's going on?
I don't think he retired, because if he would have retired, he wouldn't have got dropped down to 15th. I think he's been disqualified. I'm going to look at the race director quickly.
I'm on it already. We've got terminal damage.
Oh, interesting.
Also,
he's binned it himself. Oh, of course, because
yes.
with it being full qualifying, it's going to drop you to 15th, which is the boundary, basically, of getting into Q2. And there's going to be drivers that are going to beat it.
Okay, so we've got 11 minutes left of qualifying 1. Remember, this is just everyone can really go out on the soft compounder tyre. You don't have to start the Grand Prix on these, so you can do a couple of laps if you do get the first one wrong. Put a bit of extra fuel in the tank just in case as well, and see the majority of the fuel out on the soft tyres. Expect to see the likes of Boom, potentially Baraps do put on a soft tyre towards the end of qualifying 1. And yeah, but you really want to try and save as many tyres as you can for that qualifying 3 if you do make it there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what the drivers are going to be looking at now is, especially the drivers with the 1:16s, low 1:16s. For me, is another lap in this session necessary? Do they need to go any quicker?
On a 16.9 potentially. I think it may be good.
Yeah, I'm
If you're
saying
in
the
the 17s, you definitely
16.9.
have to
The
worry.
16.9 could be the banker. I think if you've got a 16.9, maybe it seems a pretty common time. You've got a couple of drivers, Lethal and Cookie, just behind with 117s. So they're definitely very close to that time. So if I'm a driver getting a 169, I'm definitely going to make sure I'm going to get through to Q2 and probably go another lap.
There's some quick times coming in. Stubbsy a 15.938 and a Yaunath as well, a 16 flat, dead 16.026. Some real quick times coming in, Phil.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna ride on board with Dan.
I personally don't think Stubbsy needs to even go out again. I think he has set the
Definitely
pace.
not.
He has set the benchmark so far. I think he's comfortable.
As ABR Dan comes through Sector 3. And if you're just joining us, well, you may know ABR Dan previously as PWR Dan, now joining the movement and into the ABR ranks, really representing here. What's the time going to represent, though, as he comes around the final corner, gets a slingshot onto the straight here. What's it going to be for Dan? Let's put in full fastest, a 16.113, a decent lap there, and that should be him secure through to qualifying 2.
Just looking at the drivers that haven't yet put in a time, I'm just going on board with the McLaren of Evansy. He had an invalidation first time round, so he's definitely going to want to be making sure he gets a lap in. And that's the same for Ganjawiz and Oxtez as well. Both drivers that haven't yet set a time. Gator unfortunately did have some what appeared to be connection issues towards the beginning of the session. I believe he left and he's just returned back in, so he looks to be on a lap now, coming through to sector 1, so that's very good to see. But Evansy is the one now who's we're going to be watching very, very closely as he looks to set a lap in to ensure that he gets through to Q2. But Richie, I see Callum there, who's also in 17th, not putting in time. I'm not sure if you're keeping an eye on him, but I think that may be him coming around the final corner. Is that Callum? No, he's gone into the pits by the looks of it. Well, is that Dan?
Changing validation or something.
Oh no,
comes up to the line.
Yeah.
It's an 18.7 on the softs. He's going to look to improve on that if he's going to make it through to the next Q2 session.
Definitely needs to find at least another second. I'm watching Callum now. He is now coming towards the end of sector 2 and coming into sector 3 now. With Williams and Callum doing as well as they are, he's definitely going to want to definitely put a threat onto that 115.9 of Stubbsy, because they're going to be coming in and challenging for the Constructors title as Callum crosses the line now. Minimal curb on entry as he goes pole with a 115.9. And as I said I said he needed to do something about Stubbsy, and here you go. Take 5 attempts. There you go.
There's doing something, and then there's taking the Michael Phil. That was an extraordinary lap there from Callum, a 15.4. I think that's going to ruffle a few feathers there in the rest of the pecking order. And yeah, does he have any more to give? Because sometimes drivers in Q do hold a bit back, maybe a bit more fuel in the tank, etc. It'll be interesting to see come Q3 what kind of pace these guys will have on display.
Well, I'll be very honest, but going on board with Callum's lap, I just caught him as he left sector 1 and sector 2, and I didn't see Callum set any purple sector on my track map. So whether that's a glitch with the game or that's just because he's, like you say, maybe holding back and not going full out, he might be saving some pace for Q3, that's for sure. As we've got Chrissy B, shout out Lulu Game Attack CSR Multi 21 joining the CSR trend, as well as we're all one big massive family. Richie will talk a little bit more about that later on.
3 now.
Some very exciting news coming ABR's way.
As we see here, there's only one driver yet to set a lap time, and he's a very quick driver at that. It's ABR Oxdes, repping the new gamer tag once again. Comes into the final sector here. Lethal disqualified from session. Interesting one there. And we got a car in the middle of the track. Oh my goodness, so lucky it ghosted there. And as we come up to the line, and Oxdes moves himself up into position 9. That's a 16.2 for him.
And
I think that will be him safely through.
Baraps is 17th. He goes 4th with a 1:16 dead.
That's more like it from Buraps there. How tight it is at the top. Apart from Callum, of course, who's just in a new postcode. And Chandler. Let's give a mention to Chandler here. Well, look at this. XR Chandler. Not seen too much of him. But he's come out and he's done a 15.5, and
That's a solid lap.
a tasty lap. Oh yeah.
And Callum thinks he's done enough. He's retired. He's finished.
So I expect maybe a little lull here. We've got Stubbsy though on his out lap. Going to get a lot of drivers in the pits. Probably
We've
come
got
out with about
hashtag best comms in F1 from Chrissy B.
hashtag we're loving it, Chrissy B. Thank you very much for the comment, brother. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the CSR love being shown. We're all one big family now. So the news recently was we've joined forces with the ABR, as you can see myself, ABR Skills, Jennifer Ritchie Skills, and we're going to be covering all of the races live. We're going to be streaming them, getting you the best content possible. We've got some great commentary teams of the likes of Buraps, Yaunif, got Phil, myself, and we're looking to add a few more to the ranks as well. So if you do fancy yourself as the next Crofty or Martin Brundle, do get in touch with us, give us a little DM, a little cheeky message, and we'll definitely try and hook it up, because there's going to be plenty of racing coming your way. And ABR Dan has retired from the session. It was nice and comfortable there. Stubbsy's still out on track.
Got Oxdes. He's looking to improve on his 1:16.2. As you see, HRC is now dropping down the order after, of course,
16.
DNF
Looks like that will
competition.
definitely be the bubble down here.
So it seems that we've only
Gauge
got
this.
a couple of cars going for it at the moment. They all seem to be in the same part of the track, unfortunately. But Oxdes is going to be
Callum's happy.
your first one. As he comes
Yeah, the
round
cut
there.
off.
One.
Probably Ganja Wiz, potentially.
Mhm.
Around there, maybe PWR Cookie.
Well, Oxdes is up on his time. I think he's gonna improve here. He comes around the final corner. Oh, he's backed off.
So I'm gonna stick
Interesting.
with Evansy, because he's down there with 1 minute 30 at the minute. And he's going to really need to put his finger out and deliver a lap time right now.
Bowen's at the cusp as well in 15. He's on an outlap now. As is Gator.
Here we go, Evansy winding it up. Crosses the start finish line to start his flying lap time. Can he move himself out of the danger spots here? Move himself into qualifying too. Track position is key around this racetrack.
Oh,
And no.
I mean, Bowen's just about to start his flying now. If you wanted to have a look at him.
Yeah, we're going to ride on board with Bowen as he comes down the start finish straight. Longest run down here. This is the prime overtaking opportunity going down into turn 1 here under DRS.
Gator's not improved.
Second up to third here. DRS as well enabled once again. Down to this braking zone here. You want to run it quite wide, a really late apex. Get on the power as early as possible through here. the gears. This corner is my nemesis at the top of the hill here. Flick it in there. Done well to hold the traction, and I think we've just invalidated, unfortunately, for Bowen. And that's going to be a lot for Bowen. Who else can potentially displace him? We've got Gator out on track. Evans is done for the day, and Gator's around, so looks like that could be it, Phil.
It's disappointing for you. But before there, Gator was on and out. That didn't improve. Spun on his in lap.
Evans, he just needed to get a clean lap in, really, you know. Get himself into a 17, and
He left the session on
fairly
that.
alright, man. Yeah, he just he disappeared on me.
We've got a
Chris gonna be one of the lost.
Ambitious call from Harry West in the chat. CSR.
What's the call?
ABR question bar.
CSR versus ABR. No, we're going to race alongside him for now. Thank you, Mr. West. We do not want to challenge anyone to any Grand Prix racing. We're under one family now. We can do it any given day of the week. There'll be, we're going to call it F1 and chill maybe on Friday nights. Drop-in sessions available. All different types of cars, etc. We've done classics the other night. We might do some F2s and F1, whatever we fancy. So do drop in there, drop in the community, and watch out for
give
the new
TSR
sessions coming up.
if they want.
Yeah, we'll knock them out of the park, Phil. And that's your lot for qualifying one.
Harry has
We'll see
also
the final.
proceeded to put in the comments asking, do you know about Puff?
So moving in, and unfortunately eliminated from that first part of qualifying, we have HRC, Gator, Evansy, and ABR iLethal, which will no longer take part in the rest of qualification. We've got Q2 coming out, where it will decide who goes through to that top 10 shootout. So if you're 11th to 15th, you will get eliminated. And yeah, a real tight field here. 1.2 separating the top 15 at this point.
They've still got more in them.
Oh yes. Be interesting to see if the track does get any warm up, potentially cool off with any cloud cover as well, because that will affect the lap time a lot. This looks like perfect conditions so far for us in qualifying. And again, we don't know what's going to happen in the race field. If we see them all come out on softs here, that's going to definitely be an indication that it's going to be a wet start.
Yeah, I was going to say more to the point, what's the weather saying?
So any racers in Tier 1, do drop a weather forecast report in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Not sure these are quite F1 related questions, Harry West.
We need some moderation here, Phil. What's the question saying? Is it PG?
Well, yeah, this one is. Have you met P. Diddy?
P. Diddy? We're bad boys for life, baby. Of course.
Here we go. They're all coming out the garage now. Boom's out. Dino's out. Boom on a medium compound.
Okay, so that looks like a clear indication to us that we're going to get a dry race. Or dry start at least.
They'll be banging it on the sauce if it would work, wouldn't they?
Yeah. We'd expect so anyway. So they don't have enough in the locker. So good Grand Prix to go to as well, Phil. I went here quite a few years back. Multiple viewpoints. The actual circuit sits within quite a bowl itself, so the spectators are always on the outside and get a good downward view across multiple corners, multiple vantage points. Doesn't throw up that much racing, as we said, because it is difficult to overtake around here. There is only one ideal line until you get to this last corner where Silent Boom's going to cross the line to start his flying lap. DRS enabled, very powerful going down into turn 1 here, heavy on the brakes. And they actually widened this corner quite a few years ago, tightened it slightly as well, just to make the overtakes a bit more possible. Coming down here into 2, keeping it tidy on the power nicely. Comes up this hill here, really got to pick your turning point, it's blind. Flips it nicely, down into 4th. Good traction up here. Down through the gears, down into 3rd.
Oh! And he's had a spinner. And he's coming up to it now.
Yeah, he's out on the right hand side. Must have.
And do you know what that looks like? He's clipped curb. He must have. They must have thrown him in the wall, because that complex ain't the easiest of. Yeah, I think he's lost the rear and put it into the barrier.
They do chew you up and spit you out, as we've got Boom coming around the final corner to complete his first lap of qualifying 2 up to the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 1:17.2. So not too bad for the medium tyre. Remember, we're not going to go any quicker than the previous session, unless you're out on that soft tyre. Who else we're going to catch up with? Let's ride on board with Chris. Who you covering, Phil?
So, I mean, I'm just watching Stubbsy now. I believe he is crossing the line and he's gone, with a 1:16.8.
16.8 on the meets is a very good lap time. Vitinho, maybe he didn't want to set a lap on the softs, he's done an 18.1. And we've got an invalidation for Chris.
Got a range of compounds here. You've got Dan, Cookie, Callum, Reed, Chris, Kimmy, Bowen, Yaunik, Boom, Stubbsy, all on mediums. And you've got Vitinho, Chandler, Baraps, Gandrew is on softs.
So not many boys venturing out just yet in this early part of Q2. We've still got under 11 minutes remaining. And yeah, well, if you've only got a medium in the bank, do you really want to go out and use a soft?
We've got a Bowen now. We've got an ABR Bowen now.
We got the ABR boys.
See the Mercedes crew clear a space from the garage to leave. And he leaves the pits with McLaren and Mystic Breed as well.
This is one of them tracks where you don't really want to follow anyone, do you? Especially through like 72.
No.
It does really disrupt the car trying to follow through there.
Doesn't do you any favours.
One of very few where a tow is potentially a disadvantage around here.
I think there's a few disadvantaged tracks for tows, but I just remember in Spa when, Bottas sitting behind Hamilton in Belgium and just dropped it at Blanchimont going through with his teammates there. Don't know how, but yeah.
So Chris has got his money on Buraks. Come on. And we've got Chandler P1, Boom for P1. Dry race. That's what we like to hear, dry race. Thank you to Matt and Chalmers HD. Hashtag get Snipes on the comms. Snipes, if you're listening, jump in for a chat once in a while, would you, champ? As we've got Bowen starting his flying lap.
I think we need to chip in a microphone, Rich.
Listen to this sweet sound of the Merc power plant. Moment on traction there.
Oh, the two Mercedes absolutely flying. Which one are you watching, Yaunik or Bowen?
I'm with Bowen at the moment.
I'm with Yaunik, so. Yannis hitting purple sectors here. And another one. That's 2 purple sectors. For ABR Yannis. As his teammate follows on behind.
54.8, 62.
I'm expecting to see a new fastest lap in Q2 here as Yannis comes across the line now, and it is.
16.791 for Yarnef. What can Bowen do? Around the final corner, up to the start finish. And it's going to be a 17.1 for Bowen. Currently puts him 3rd overall, just ahead of Silent Boom. And thank you for all the follows, boys. Subs as well. Keep them coming in. Remember, if you do have a a Amazon Prime subscription, you can get a Twitch Prime for no extra cost. You just need to link your accounts, go over to Amazon, and we would love to get a little sub from you, a cheeky sub. And yeah, loving the followers. We've got 63 followers on the channel now. We've currently got 17 tuned in live, so enjoy the action, guys. As Christmas says.
I found another one set in purple sectors. He is about to come around the final corner in the car. It's Callum TW11 comes around the final corner now. And it's 1:16.2.
Get a new postcode there for Callum. My goodness, knocked it out the park. A great lap there. And so comfortably through to the next round. You'd think so. We've got a lot of cars yet to set a lap time. We've currently got on and out lap Vitinho. Kimmy's just started his flying lap, so let's ride on board with Kimmy. Representing ABR.
Or I say most opt in for the medium tyre rich. As I see, now I'm just trying to look.
He's got purple sector 1, and now he's invalidated, unfortunately. So he's probably going to want to come back in if he hasn't got enough fuel on board, or start harvesting more energy and get another lap once he charges battery. So we're going to switch over to Ganjuiz, who just started his fly up, coming through the end of sector 1. And he's gone purple at 27.0 for sector 1, and I think he's invalidated as well. He has indeed.
They've all invalidated.
So they've both set purple sector 1s and then invalidated immediately.
Mystic Reed invalidated his outlap.
So we've got Vitinho on track though. Vitinho looks like he's gunning for it. He's out on them white-walled, harder compound of tyres. There will be a little more dramatic under brakes, under traction.
See, Vitinho's on hards.
Yeah, Vitinho has a hard on. I repeat.
Actually, yeah, he'll beat that time. He'll beat the time he's done on the softs. Oh, hopefully he's not.
We've got purple sector 2 for
No,
Vitinho.
he got away with it. Missed.
Purple sector 2
Mystic
on the
Reed.
hards. That's really where you want the traction as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Comes around the final corner.
Mystic Reed, he's made a new line on that final corner. He took the grass route.
Grassroot cutting the grass for the chaps here. 17.1 for Vitinho on the hard compound of tyre. Impressive, Phil. Very impressive there.
Oh, we got a new purple sector here. Mystic Reed seems to be flying. As he's now in the mid sector 2. This is where you need to keep the car in one piece, and this is where you're going to find a lot of crucial time. As he's now going to come toward the end of sector 2 and start sector 3. What's it going to be? Purple sector 2 hit for the McLaren driver. As he's only got a few corners to go. He's now going to come around that left sharp hander. Here, can he keep it all in one piece? He has slightly lost the rear a little bit, but he's still not going to give up here as he comes down the final corner. He's not got a time here on the medium tyre. 3 minutes 40 to go. What's it going to be? That's P7. Oh, I rather think that could have been P1 had he have Oh, and Gandhi was P4. Here comes the time. This is it now.
Perhaps
It's
on the lap.
squeaky bum time.
Oh, he's invalidated, I think.
People that haven't got a time.
Bandon.
Oh, yeah, there's a few. Yeah, Dan's on a outlap. He's going to start his flyer. He's going to want to get out here.
We've got 5 drivers yet to set a lap time. 3 minutes remaining in the session.
Here goes Bettini on the hards. 171. Oh, this is getting crazy, Rich. I can't contain my excitement.
Yeah, it's going to really come down to the wire now, Phil. We've got 10th to 15th, all yet to register a time. So it's going to be at how much fuel you've got in the tank. Can you go again? Can you get another run around? Or is that it for you? PWR cookie.
Perhaps he's going for another one. Perhaps invalidated, he's going for another lap.
It might work to his advantage. And we've got Dan, the purple sector 1 for Dan. Sector 2 looks good so far.
Here we go, they're all starting.
Car just pulling off nicely there for us. Hopefully it wasn't a distraction.
Aye, aye, aye. And Gandhi is on the grass. Not ideal. Don't want to be there, mate. How's Dan doing?
So far, so good. We're coming around the final corner now. Get on the power, DRS open and up to the line. Dan is going to do a 16.781, puts him third overall. That should be him comfortably through to the next round of qualification.
Just watching Baraps. He's gone purple sector 2. He's got a few more corners to go. He's had a little lock up there, but he's managed to keep it going. We know he's putting the effort on this track, so he's going to give it 110%. As he now is going to come round that long right-hander, round the final corner now. What's it going to be for Baraps?
Well, it's 12th, 17.6. He's going to go again, I think, Phil.
He's on the hard, so he can, if he's got enough fuel. Oh, Kimmy's third.
I think he might not have enough juice.
Oh, Boom's just gone pole.
Boom is just set.
161.
He's on the softs though, Phil. He's on the softs. Let's not get too far ahead.
I don't think he cares.
He doesn't. He just wants to start as far up as he can, and that will secure him most definitely through.
He's getting
the
a
final
Q3.
shootout.
We hope he's getting into Q3. He's currently P1. It's PWR Cookie. He's currently sitting 14th fastest. He's going to want to get out of the bottom 5. So far, your bottom 5 drivers, Mystic Reed, ABR Chris, ABR Baraps, PWR Cookie, all on track right now and getting ready to set laps and ready to try and get into Q3 here. Who's your money on? Can anyone get out of Q2 here?
Looks like Chrissy might be able to make a move. He's currently out on track. Could displace Bowen at this rate, potentially if he goes faster. Cookie as well.
Baraps comes around the final corner now. Baraps doesn't improve, he's out in Q2.
But do remember, you have a free tyre choice now. You'll be able to go on a different strategy, and that could be crucial. We've got a lot of guys on the mediums saying that. Only a 1 soft runner in Q2.
Got PWR Cookie, he, I believe, is
Chris
the only one in the bottom 5.
He's pushed Bowen down into 11th.
He's not bowing out, but Cam Vitinho, who's on the cusp now, PWR Cookie, is going to now come around the final corner. Can the Renault, as Chandler goes fastest, can the Renault, PWR Cookie, not Vitinho, out of the bottom 5, he doesn't. And it's
so close
by so little.
The 17.155 was enough. The 17.195 was not enough. And that's how small the gap comes down to where it matters. And the cookie crumbles, my goodness. A good qualifying 2. We're going to go through to qualifying 3 where it will be about raw pace. Get them soft tyres on. How many of you saved for that? Do you have 2 fresh sets? I hope you do. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight for pole position, Phil.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
So
I am looking forward to it.
we have lost Cookie, Bowen, Mystic, Buraps and Oxtest, but the good news for them is they will get a free tyre choice for the race coming up shortly. Oxtest really unfortunate there with the retirement. It was sad to see early on in that qualifying. I think he was on the hard tyre maybe. Well, let's get it on. Q3 coming up.
Yeah, I've made a note so far of current grid order. We've had 2 sets of eliminations so far, so we have got them from P10 or P11 to P20. Who's your money on for pole position? My money, I'm going for Callum. I think Callum's got this in the bag. As already, drivers are leaving the garage. ABR Yaunif is first. No, it's not. It's the Racing Point of XR Chandler. They will leave the garage.
Chandler's
It's
got a big
actually
shout for pole
Vitinho who
today.
gets...
Showing some great pace.
Vitinho actually gets the privilege of putting in a lap first. Should he want to stay out in front? Not going to want to give a Racing Point a toe, that's for sure. And I thought he would do that. I had a great feeling he'd let all them through. He has no interest of giving any of them drivers a toe round Hungary.
Controller's just disconnected.
Oh, and we've got Chandler with the exact same idea. He'll let the 2 drivers through. And now it's Yaunif who leads round here with ABR Boom right up his gearbox.
So it looks like the clouds have descended on the Hungaroring field and track temps will be dropping rapidly. That's why we've got cars out on track very early in this session trying to get a lap time in before the track potentially does start to dip in temperature. We've got Yaunif coming around the final corner to start his first flying lap of qualifying 3. Let's get a good banker in now.
I think they're a bit close. Yaunif and Boom seem to be rather close for a flying lap.
Definitely trying to get as much advantage he can by being under that rear wing of the Mercedes there. Is it going to cost him through sector 2? Most likely.
He wants it.
I think you need new batteries. Yes, you needed some new batteries, mate. We're disconnected. I'm going to get them on charge in a moment.
Oh, and Boom's invalidated, so maybe that wasn't such a good idea to jump in the toe of ABR Yaunif there. As ABR Yaunif is going to be your first one to complete a lap here. He's going well so far. He's going to be the one to set the benchmark.
If you're joining us post Grand Prix, watching a rerun, don't forget to get over to CSR Phil, his Twitch account, see the other perspective on the Grand Prix, get your clips in as well. As Yaunif up to the line, it's a 15.7. A 15.7.
Here comes Chandler. Chandler's not going to quite get there, but now Vitinho might. Yep. Oh, 1:15.2. Oh,
smashed it out the park.
Stubbsy is coming round. Oh, 1:15.5.
15.2, a 15.5, a 15.7 and a 16.1 so far.
Got Chris flying as well. Chris setting per sector.
Yes, they're flying out the pits now, Phil. 3 more cars to track, 4 more.
Going to be wanting to fly on track as well.
Slide there for Chris, runs wide, manages not to invalidate.
ABR Boom, the only one in the pits. He did. Yeah,
Boom did use
crazy
extra set of soft tyres. We'll be waiting now.
Here goes Chris. I think he's going to take pole here, provisionally. No, he's had a
He's
mistake
well
in the
off
last sector. He did
Unfortunately,
set the first two purple sectors. I'm not sure what happened in sector 3, but here's your man, I think, is going to get pole. He's crossing the line now. And here he goes. Starting his flying lap. This is my gamble for pole. Can Callum get it done here?
I'm going to ride on board with ABR Dan, his teammate in the Sister Williams. See what he can get on his flying lap.
Who's your pick for pole, Rich?
My pick for pole right now, I did want to say Chandler. Not quite sure now, Phil. I'm going to go with Dan.
Interesting. I've gone for his teammate, so we'll see.
Looking for a Williams front row here. Hopefully we can change the pecking order in this one. Ruffle the feathers. Upset the odds.
Oh, he's flying. Oh. Dan is going to have to find something special. But I think we are about to see a new man who's going to jump onto provisional pole. 6 minutes left of the session to go. Callum crosses the line. It's a 1:15 dead. And it's a grand finale here.
And here comes Dan up to the line, and it's only a 15.9, which puts him 5th overall, just showing the relentless pace there. He's going to look to go for another lap shortly, I'm sure of that. 5 minutes.
This is going to be good.
remaining.
Kimmy coming. Kimmy yet to set a lap. Gantry is just behind him. Boom has just started a lap, but here comes Kimmy now. Kimmy comes across the line. And it's 7th fastest with a 1:16.5. Here comes Ganjawiz in the Alfa Romeo. He's going to want to support his teammate Stubbsy, and it's 9th fastest with a 1:20.5. So maybe he's going to try and go again here. No,
Right,
Boom still setting a lap there, Rich.
Yep. He's through sector 2 now. Giving it everything he's got. Done well to get through to the final shootout. He is going to start on the soft tyres, hoping for probably an early safety car maybe.
Which is a possibility, especially around here.
It's a track position you do have to worry about. As he comes up to the line, he's done a 17.3 on the soft tyres. Hopefully time to get round, get back into the pits. He just pulls it out of the way.
Margin, isn't it? That's a big margin. Got Ganjawiz pushing hard here. He is low on fuel, but he's not going to be bothered. He's going to try and set a lap here. He's going to try and better this 1:20.5, which I think he's going to do. He is up on his time. DRS enabled and goes across the line in 6th. A good and much needed lap there.
Stubbsy's out on the lap at the minute. What can he do? Currently 3rd overall.
This is anyone's. This is my favourite part of commentating Grand Prix, is these final moments of Q3. Pole position.
Anything can happen and will happen. Fastest they get all weekend as well, remember. We've got barely enough fumes in the tank to get us around the track. Got a full charge of batteries and a set of stickies. As good as it gets in F1.
Here he goes. What's he going to get?
15.483.
Not far off, is he?
Not at all. I think that might be him. That might be it for him.
He's not going to be able to, unless he's got enough fuel. Chandler, I believe, is about to start a fly. So this is it. This is anyone's game now. So we've got 2.5 minutes left of the session. People are going to be leaving the pits now to start their round lap to get their final lap in for Q3 and try and get nearer to that pole position time of a 1:15 dead set by the Williams driver of Callum CW11. As Vitinho is now starting his out lap. Everyone is starting to come out of the pits now and get ready to try and beat that time. So Vitinho coming around that very sharp right-hander round the final corner to start his flying lap. He's going to be the first person to go for it here. Chandler is also Chandler is going to be your first. He's going to be your first one to set a time. Yeah.
I'm on board with him.
Apologies there.
And we're looking good so far as we're going to cross the sector 2 delta any time now. And what's it going to be? And he's up. He is up, Phil. What can he
change it? Oh, Vitinho's invalidated.
He loops around the final few corners. Racing Point number 14 car comes up to the line. What's it for Chandler? And Chandler's gone second with a 15.066. So close to the pole position. Not quite enough, but it's currently the front row of the grid. And a great lap there from Chandler. It was my early tip for pole. And yeah, looked like a good tip there.
You changed your tip.
It was my early tip for the pole. Later changed my mind. Dan.
Vitinho is struggling. He's
Stubbsy's finished for the session. That will have to do for him.
Callum's just starting his last final lap now. He's starting his flyer. Dan about to start his flyer. Vitinho is probably going to go again. Here's Jimmy out there as well. Here we go. Everyone on their final laps now. Who is going to get pole position? Your current provisional pole man is Callum CW.
And we've got Chandler in the barrier. In the barrier, Chandler.
Oh.
He is out of the session, Phil. He must have been on a lap still. And Yaunif has just come across him there, who's in sector 3 and about to finish his lap now. What's it going to be for ABR Yaunif as he comes up to the line? And it's a 15.
Doesn't improve.
Currently 5th overall.
And ABR Boom has just put in the purple second sector here. He looks like he is finding time on that 1:17.3. ABR Boom's going to cross the line now. Where is it going to be for him? It's P7. As now your provisional pole man is going to cross the line. Is he going to improve? It's a 1:14.8. And Callum is now surely smelling the
teammates in the last corner, Phil. What can he do?
Oh, this is
ABR Dan comes around the final corner up to the line. What's it going to be for Dan? He doesn't improve.
Here comes Vitinho. Vitinho P2 with a 1:14.9.
Wow, we still got Kimi on track.
ABR Kimi across the line.
Goes P6.
He goes 6th fastest.
Improves. And I think that's it, Phil, for qualifying. Give us a run through the order.
Yes, definitely. Yes, that is a 1:48. That is absolutely crucial.
Disgusting, Phil. Absolutely disgusting that time there.
So we'll get to the starting grid in just a short space of time, but your final 10 in qualifying 3 was Callum CW11 first, Vitinho second, Chandler third, Stubbsy fourth, ABR Yaunif fifth, ABR Kimi sixth, ABR Dan 7th, ABR Boom 8th, 9th CR7 Ganjuiz, and 10th ABR Chris. All separated. P1 to 3 is separated by less than 2 tenths, and P1 to 2 is separated by less than nothing. It is so tight.
Now that's what I call racing, boys and girls. None of this nonsense, none of this Mickey Mouse business in the hashtag not the Grand Prix. series that we've been seeing, even the real drivers competing in. These boys, as you see late in the qualifying there, if they put a foot wrong, they're in the barrier and it's game over and lights out, and we don't go anywhere. So yeah, don't go anywhere, boys and girls. We've got the race coming up shortly. Should be a few minute break before we get started, so we'll just keep our eyes on that. We'll have a formation lap as well, remember. And Phil, yeah, do the full rundown whenever, mate. Whenever you...
Yeah, I'll do it on the start of the formation lap like before.
Okay.
I've got it all ready to hand, so...
You excited for this one, Phil?
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna definitely be a hectic start. Turn 1 is definitely gonna catch a couple of drivers out.
So I expect to see most of the drivers adopt the one-stop strategy, considering they're starting on the medium compound already, switching over to the hards. You would expect tyre wear is a bit killer sometimes around here, and the softs really don't last, or make up for the small life duration that they give you.
So ABR Boom is the only one in, I believe, yeah, in the entire grid is starting on the soft tyres.
Which is not really going to play out really, because even if there is an early safety car, he's going to have to box, probably fall back to the back of the order, and track position is pretty key around this circuit.
Coutinho opted to start on the hard. He starts P2, so that's going to be
looking like a good tyre choice, but it's going to be difficult getting off the line and them early laps just to warm up the tyre.
When you've got 6 drivers behind you with medium tyres all hunting.
Session perhaps is readied up. We've got the green light from the race officials.
So we'll come across to the grid in just a couple of moments' time as we begin the formation lap of the Hungaro ring here. So excited for this Grand Prix. It's going to prove to be a crucial one for Williams, that's for sure, to seal that bank and get ahead of the Alpha team here. So here's your grid lineup here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Callum CW11 starts on pole here with a spectacular 1:14.8. ABR Vitinho starts alongside him in the Haas. On your second row you got XR Chandler in the Racing Point. Starting next to him is the Alpha of FRA Stubbsy. On the third row here, the 2 ABR boys, ABR Yaunif in the Mercedes and ABR Kimi in the Red Bull. All opting for the win here. In 7th is ABR Dan, in 8th is ABR Boom. They're going to be looking to get good starts as well. And here on your 5th row it's CR7 Ganjawiz, the Alfa Romeo, ABR Chris alongside him in the Ferrari. PWR Cookie then starts your 6th row with ABR Bowen alongside him, and Mystic Reed and ABR Baraps complete your 7th row. ABR Rockstairs and HRC, who was earlier disqualified from the session, no, he actually retired from the session. Gator and Evansy start behind him, and ABR Lethal is going to be your final driver in 19th place here.
So get your predictions in, guys, in the chat. My money in this Grand Prix, Vitinho is looking pretty. If he can avoid dropping too many places off the start, he's going to be looking extra strong when he gets that medium on later on in the Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Vitinho on this one. Bit of Brazilian magic.
If he can make the strategy work, then why not? Why not?
This car's coming round the final.
This is going to be
to just form up the grid, and we're going to hand over to Phil for his customary lights out of proceedings.
I'll keep a close eye on the back of the pack, check for contact as well, so hopefully all drivers get away nice and cleanly. I'm sure your boy on the ABR channel, Richie, will keep an eye on that, as all the drivers now form up and get ready for lights out here. Here we go. 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go, and it's a good start for Vitinho. I saw he got the best start of them all as they head down into turn 1. Vitinho on the hard tyres is going to have the inside on Callum into turn 1. Can he make it stick? Callum goes around the outside and sticks into turn 1. Vitinho is in second, Callum in third, down fourth, Yannick fifth. All seem to get through turn 1 very cleanly there, Rich.
And we've got a battle going on at the back of the order. They're going too wide through turn 3 here. Someone's going to lose out. We've got quite a few cars running wide on the exit there, but everyone looks to have got off to a clean start as they come up the hill through the sweeping left. We're almost going too wide back there. Looks like HRC may have lost out slightly. He's dropped down the order, so them hard tyres struggling to get them up to temperature at this current stage of the Grand Prix. As we come through lap 1, everyone trying to get through the chicane on the fuel tanks here. And you've got some more changes of position. HRC losing out another couple there. He's down now to 17th position.
Whoa!
What's happened, Phil?
Well, Vitinho is severely lagging because on my screen he just clipped the grass and went into the wall, and now he's back in P2. I just got a bit confused by that.
As we come through to end lap 1, Callum has managed to get away. He's got a 1 second advantage over ABR Vitinho in second. It's Chandler third, Yannick fourth, Dan fifth, Chris sixth. Then we've got Boom in 7th. He's made up quite a few positions on that soft tyre as we come down into turn 1. Chandler just looking for up the inside here. He's going to send it on that softer tyre. He's going to get the traction, but he's not going to get the run done here. And Vitinho manages to hold it off. As we've got Bowen making up a position up into the top 10 here. He's just taking the racing point of Oxtes, or has he? The battle's still on. He's going to have the outside line here, but he's made it stick. Oxtes wants to come right back at him now.
Stubbsy was a driver who massively lost out at the start there, down 4 places, down in 8th place.
Leiful's off, he's lost his nose, and he's got a 3-second time penalty. Oh, so unlucky there for Leiful. Be at the back of the order.
Yellow flag, and we've got a VSC.
So
Callum has pulled out an almighty lead.
So
can we just talk about the lead that Callum has just
bolted, absolutely bolted off the line here. And our winners and losers so far, we've got Chris up 4 positions, Oxtes as well. He's moved up 4 positions. Real losers, Ganja was down 4, Cookie down 4, Jimmy down 3 positions off the line. Stubbsy, Vitinho's done well to hold it there. And we've got car in the pits, and that's Boo. He's going to use this VSC to get his pit stop out of the way. Maybe move on to the hard tyres field. Callum is miles ahead.
Yep, I'm just on board with ABR Boom now. I think he has opted for the medium compound of tyres, which seem to be.
So we've got both of them in the pits. His teammate is now joining him in the pit lane as well. Leiful's coming to change that.
That's going to cost him.
Yeah.
But yeah, medium tyres for ABR Boom.
And Oxtes has retaken the position back there from Bowen. Bowen's going to fight back, it's up on the curb. I'm going to go too wide through there, chaps. Settling into the race here in lap 3. Oh, and we've got was that Burps in the background there? Who was it? Maybe Kimmy suffering there on traction. So let's have a look who's on what, who's sitting pretty. You've got Burps here, P12 on the hard tyre. Just needs to stay put with these medium runners for as long as you can. and he's going to be in a prime position as Vitinho sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 1:22.2. Oxley's just betters that now, 22.2. And we got full safety car. Full safety car. What's happened? Did you notice what happened there, Phil? Lethal was DNF'd.
Lethal's out. Lethal has he crashed. Just going, you know, he clipped the curb, going around that massive right-hander. You clip that inside curb, you're going off. He's clipped it at some entry.
Boom's opted to put the hards on at this point, so he's going to have called right up now. Just needs to catch back.
Yeah, I would have got. That, but my mic was on mute. But yeah, I see that from Lethal.
It's okay. So interesting, will anyone off the pits put the hard tyre on potentially, or are they going to stretch out their medium run? Most likely. Don't want to lose
just
the track
passes the
position.
safety car. That's a treat for Boom, to be fair. He's just pitted on fresh tyres and he's just now got a safety car. However,
he pitted twice already.
With
been in the pits twice, Boom.
Most of the drivers on the medium tyres, I don't think they're going to be stopping right now.
So Callum goes round. Taking the wrong dust box for a pit lane. You're right. Everyone is flowing round. We've got one in the pits. Cookie in the pits. Probably on the hard tyre. We've maybe got any
Gator
damage
as well.
or something. That's going to work out nicely. Boom should hopefully be able to catch up. He's a long way off.
They're all behind the safety car virtually now.
In sector 3. But it should
Yeah,
be
Boom should be okay.
comfortable. So first safety car of the day, we've had one VSC and our first full safety car of the day. Hopefully we don't get any more towards the end of the Grand Prix. It has bunched up the order. Callum will not be pleased with that. He did put a lot of hard work in there and it's all been undone by the safety car. So what can he do? He needs a good restart here and he should be able to get one. The medium tyres should be able to switch on a lot quicker than our hard compounder tyre, which will be dropping temperature like crazy at the minute. So this is when we find out the safety car is going to make an entrance to the pits. Doesn't look like it, Phil.
Nope.
So we're going to be under safety car
indeed.
for one more lap. So Matt P said I crashed on the curb of death. Wow. Unlucky there, Matt. It does catch the best of us out. And it's just one of them things.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it was just a thing, and we've just got word. If you're keen, Richie, to bring your DNFer in for an interview.
DNF.
Try and liven it up. I'll get him in the party.
Yep, send an invite. Do remind him to include the comms, so the rest of the ladies and gentlemen can hear proceedings.
He's just been invited in. Here he is.
Right, to include the audio, get on the stream button. So, safety car hopefully coming in this lap. We'll get racing once more at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Going to get racing hopefully on lap 7 of 35. A long way to go in this one.
Oh, talk us through that incident, Lethal. he's there. I think I heard his voice.
Okay, safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Unfortunately for Bowen, he did get a penalty there under safety car. Must have just slightly touched probably a car at the back there. As Callum's going to get going.
All so close together. Here he goes, bolted, he's gone. And Vitinho's trying to keep up with the back of him. He's still on those hard tyres. So Callum does have a tyre advantage here. As they go down, Callum's got enough of a gap, but there are battles going on behind him. As Dan's going to try and look to send one, Chandler's going to send one on the inside of Yalnif. Oh, what a move.
Racing point up the inside as well. Oxtes is going to make up 2 positions there.
Dan's here as well on the back of him. And Dan is absolutely in prime position here. He's going to say, let's let these 2 battle and then take each other out. I'm going to be up to 3rd. He's just going to sit back and let the Racing Point and the Mercedes battle. Yalnif has lost out in that battle for 3rd.
Top 3 holding position off the restart. Yalnif's looking pretty there in 4th. Dan 5th. Chris 6th. Stubbsy 7th. Oxted 8th. Bowen 9th. And Kimi 10th. I think we've got Lethal on the line. Can we hear from Lethal what happened to your champ?
I just lost it on that curve of death. I had a bit of a... Anyway. Can you hear me?
You can hear?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I just lost. It's not really been a good weekend for me. I didn't even make it onto the start of the race yesterday, so I thought maybe I could do something from last place, but clearly not. This isn't my track, apparently, so... Yeah, just lost on that curve of death and just tried to sort of swing back out of it, but the ball was there, came up to me way too quickly.
It's not the easiest of tracks, is it, though? It's a very hard track to keep consistent around, especially.
It's very twisty and turny, and
yeah,
it's definitely favours drivers with a steering wheel. I'd say, you know, if you can just, as long as you can, I think the smoothness in your corner is just key here, definitely.
We've got Boran.
Who's your pick for this win?
Sorry.
So I've got to go for my boy Buraps, but he's so far back at the moment. It's a bit hard to say whether this is going to play into his hand or not, really.
Chandler's just been chopped off by Vitinho. He says no, you're not getting through there. Sector. Oh, and what has happened to Cookie?
I think he's gone round or something. He's 6 seconds behind the field. Yeah, we're going
he
green
seems
again.
to be missing a right end plate. His right hand plate is missing a Renault.
3 seconds for Chris there.
Oh, Callum has absolutely bolted 2.4 seconds clear. And with Vitinho being on these hard tyres, he's holding 2nd, but still no PRS after that safety car. So he's maintaining his position at the moment.
Yalnif's right on the back of Chandler as well now, saying get or move on, or I'm going to have a go myself in a minute. And Vitinho though, in a good position. If he can hold these boys behind him, then once he gets their mediums in the field and they're all on hards, he's going to be absolutely flying come the end of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely got the pace for it. Definitely got the pace for it. He pulled off a 1:49 in qualifying, so you know he's got the consistency around here as he catches a little bit of dirt there for his troubles. Oh, but I mean, let's be real. It's personally been Callum's day so far. I mean, unless another safety car comes and maybe late on in the race, but he's flying. He is absolutely flying.
A nice train of cars here in the battle for P6. It's currently Chris who's leading this pack here, and he's going to come under pressure from Stubbsy down the start-finish straight. Chris is going to cover the inside. He's going to show Stubbsy the out. Stubbsy's going to go deep under brakes. He's got the apex covered. The touch wheels. And all the time Oxtes is gaining, and he's getting a bit impatient himself here. He wants to get through.
Just looking at the progress of ABR laps, he started P14 on the grid. He's up 2 places into 12th. He has started on those hard tyres.
Chandler's had a moment, and it's
similar...
allowed Yelnif through. Sorry, Yelnif up into third field.
Oh, it's crucial.
Struggled there, had a bit of a oversteer moment.
He's going to get up
to
the team now.
That's what it takes, and now 3 seconds the advantage for the leader.
Yeah, but Rap's up 2 places into 12th place. He started on the hard tyres, so he's going for a similar strategy to Latino. So if he can keep he's only within a second of the car ahead, so if he can stick to the track.
Chandler in the pits.
Make the stop early.
Must. He may be going for an undercut onto the hard tyres here.
Would have wanted to take the mediums a lot longer though, you would have thought.
Yeah, it's hard tyres, so he's gone for the undercut. He's going to try and jump Yelnif and Bettino ahead of him, and maybe
it's very early to do it though.
Yeah, very early, very early. I can't.
That's the thing. The fresh hard won't be considerably more powerful than a 10-lap-old medium, will it? Really? I wouldn't have thought.
I mean, they're going to be 24 laps old.
Yeah,
the end of the Grand Prix. You could definitely take those mediums to lap 18, lap 20, if you really wanted to.
So in the chat, guys, do you think this strategy will pay off for Chandler pitting very early for the hard tyres? Do let us know. As we move up to the battle for the front, we've now got Yelnif. He's still within half a second of second place for Tino. And he really needs to get a move on and try and get past him and really stretch his legs now on this medium compound tyre. As Mystic picks up
the problem for Chandler is he's going to catch up to the back of these lot, and there's a McLaren. Mystic Reed has had a little off somewhere and lost a hell of a load of positions in the process.
Change of position.
Not sure what's happened. He's going in the pits. Reed's in the pits now. I'm not sure if he's got damage. I think a lot of these are trying the undercut. I think they're all in such a big line, a big train. They're all reacting for a pit stop, and it is. It's really hard tyres for Mystic Reed, so they're
maybe you can come back out in traffic, or if you can get that clean air and you're stuck behind someone who's slow in front of you now, maybe that's the key. Get in,
it's a good idea.
Get clean air, get your head down, and get some laps in.
But for people like Callum, he's not going to need to pit for ages because he's got no one around him. He's on the medium tyre. He could probably take them to their maximum stint and then stick on a lovely fresh set of hards at the end.
Callum's going to walk away with it. He's doing an absolute hammer job on that.
Yeah, just be careful in that corner of death, shall we call it. Places like that. Don't push it. Keep it smooth now. Yeah, all over the back.
Gap now 4.6. So Cookie has hit the curb of death as we were just speaking about it, and has done the exact same thing.
Yelnif's on the grass. Just got pushed out there.
As our guest in the party here.
VSC deployed.
So we have got another victim, unfortunately, to the curb of death. PWR Cookie.
Jimmy in the pits.
So it's a free pit stop if you're in the right part of the track.
Oh, it's a great call. Great time to pit, I have to say. He's going to come out behind Dan.
That curb is proving nightmares.
So we're racing once again, and Vitinho still under pressure from Yelnif. The other battles to watch here. Bowen's closing in on the back of Chris, both on the medium tyre.
HRC is there on the wraps as well.
Boom's up to 10th, Phil.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's pitted for medium tyres, and he's not going to take him to the end. However, I mean, can you two-stop on this? Can you do soft, medium, soft?
Depends, doesn't it?
I don't
All
know.
about the circumstances.
It eats your soft tyres up round here, though, doesn't it?
You wouldn't want a soft one, unless it's the last sprint under a safety car. Saying as we've got a Ferrari in pit lane, got quite a few cars diving in.
Got a Racing Point Ox. There's HRC. Has gone past into 7th now, and allowed him some free air. And Barap's up 8 places is now into P6 with those hard compound tyres. He is going to get the foot down now.
Okay, push now, Baraps, push now. Hammer time.
I fancy Baraps for a podium though, you know. I don't know why. I can see it.
Under the radar, isn't it?
He's gaining on Bowen. Bowen's tyres are falling off.
Both on 13 lap old tyres, but the key there is Baraps on the hard tyre, and he's only going to get quicker once
And
he makes
fresh.
a stop.
Fresh hard.
Baraps probably looking to pit around what, lap 20, would you say? 15 lap stint on the mediums.
I mean, you want it really so that the mediums are going to be at their optimum pace for the length, really, because you're going to have people that are on up to temperature hard tyres.
And Baraps has moved up because we've got a few people in pit lanes, right? Stubbsy and Bowen.
10 places. HRC also on the hard tyres.
Up to 5th position now.
Hang on.
Chandler's
Did
up to
Boone pit
7th.
twice?
Yeah, he did. He pitted the first time from softs to mediums, and then he went from mediums to hards with.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I think the safety car come out, so you got another free stop anyway. He was on the wrong tyre to go to the end, so just chose to dive in again. So lap 15 of 35 of the Grand Prix, and it's currently Callum's race here in the Williams. Championship leader. He's really stretching his legs at this point. Currently got a 5-second lead over Vitinho, who's been Vitinho's done really well to be fast when he needs to. And Yalnif dives into the pits. He's had enough now, and yeah, he's going to box, get onto the hard tyre, see where he's going to feed back out. And that's going to promote Baraps.
Baraps is going to go into 3rd.
It's not looking too bad right now for Baraps. He can get his head down. Once these guys get used to the harder tyre.
Maybe I'll boom up to 5th.
Fastest lap. Yalnif comes out just about in P7, just ahead of Gator there. Baraps up 11 positions, HRC up 12 positions, Gator up 9 positions. But we've still got some people yet to stop. The top 4 cars in the Grand Prix so far yet to stop. So technically,
We got a hell of a battle on here.
provisional
between
leader
now.
could be Boom, mate, could it not? 15. There's around 20 seconds the leader to Boom. So if Callum does decide to pit, which he does, Callum, the race leader's in the pits, Phil. There you go. Coutinho's going to take the lead. He's on the hard tyre. He'll go for quite a few more laps here. Baraps as well. He'll ride on through, as well as HRC on the hards. So it's up to this here. Can Boom jump the leader?
Stubbs is really on the back of Dan there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go into the back of him.
He's going to crash.
And Callum's come out just behind Silent Boom. Sorry, ABR Boom, shall we say. So your provisional race leader really
here we
is
go.
Boom Cab.
And Dan's gone down the inside. Good move from Dan. He's up to 8. Stubbs, he's also got Gator as well. I think Gator is yet to pit. I don't think he has stopped yet. I think he started on those hard tyres. Because now ABR Oxtes is right on the back of him here. He's going to try and take 10th place as Gator goes really wide. You don't want to be getting too close to that curb box. He's going to try down the inside here. He's just going to stick to the back of him. Good belt to place it.
A little kiss every now and then. He's run wide.
Oh, he's gone wide.
Oxtead's tapped him there, I saw that.
Yeah, it was a little kiss, wasn't it, on the rear end. Enough to push him off.
Oh, and we've got an even bigger battle on our hands because Callum is right on the back of ABR Boom. He's going to have to try and do it early. He's going to need to.
Dan's off.
Boom switches to the inside.
No, he's not. Yeah, Dan's off.
Dan's off. We have got Dan off here.
No. He's dropped
And I
all
think
the way
he's
down to
clipped the inside curb. As Callum did get Burrow.
I think he had some contact there. He had some contact there with someone. I didn't see who.
Yeah, he's in the pits. Oh no, such a shame there for Dan.
Yeah, he's going to want to get off them hard. He's probably going to put the mediums on. He has. He's back out again.
Oxtead's battling here side by side with Stubbsy once again. Up into the fast left, and there's Oxtead who gets the position there.
Callum hunting and trying to get back to the back of these hard runners here who have not pitted yet. Your top three have not pitted. ABR Vitinho, ABR
some of them really
Barat,
need to start thinking about pitting.
Yeah, definitely. I think the longer they stay out, the more they're suffering to Callum. And none of the hard tyre runners, apart from Gator, has opted to pit.
ABR Boom's going to come under pressure.
The fastest lap. Callum with the fastest lap with 1:18.
Chandler's going to go to the inside, down into turn one. Boom's going to hold the inside line and just squeeze him slightly on the exit. Good fair racing here, but Chandler's going to have the DRS enabled once again, and he's got the inside line now. Surely that's the position done, but Boom's going to hold it to the outside. Slightly swept out there, and Chandler on the younger tyre makes the position and up into position 5 now.
Oh, Ganjo is a Mystic having a good old scrap for 12th and 13th here. Mystic's going to hold the inside. Oh, they've touched. Oh, Ganjo is. Oh, Lord. That is not going to help ABR Boeing. He has to get his foot right on the brakes. Oh, this is some crazy stuff.
We're just over the halfway mark, and it's current race leaders ABR Vitinho yet to stop though, mind you. We'll go on to the faster compound of tyre later in the Grand Prix, as well as Burap's further 10 seconds behind him. Then it's HRC just over 1.5 seconds behind Burap's, and then your provisional race leader closing the gap here to HRC is Callum, who's already made the stop and switched onto the hard compounder tyres. He can go to the end, as well as Chandler, Boom, Yalnif, Stubbsy, everyone pretty much behind can go to the end of the Grand Prix now. I think he boxed soon, isn't it?
Yeah, lap 20, I think now is where
Oxtead's got the switch back on Stubbsy.
These guys are going to need to react. I think because Callum is now literally within DRS range of HRC. He's about 2 seconds off Barat, so 12 seconds in total for Tino, so it's hard. It's going to be a tough one.
I think these guys at the front have sort of missed their opportunity to be able to get back and win this race. I think it's just Callum's just going to take it, surely.
Yeah, it looks like
you think so? Unless the guys in front are open for a CS, and ABR Baraps has reacted, he has it into the pits, as so is Vitinho. So now they've thrown the dice, and Callum is going to be let free, and HRC is going to take the lead of this race.
Chandler's going to go through, as well as Boom. Yalnif's going to make the position on Boom, go down into turn 1 here. Yalnif's got the position, he's up into 4th place. Boom slips down to 5th. He's going to try come back at him. And Vitinho's come up just behind his
HRC
belt.
must have had an off because he is now in third. He did lead. As
No, Chandler was all
I'm
over
not
the
sure.
back of him. Callum had already got him, I think, by that point. Maybe. Come on, Chandler, it says in the chat.
this is a very nice
Chelsea.
You get a late safety car at Alfred.
Vitinho is probably man to watch. It's on the brand new medium tyre. Oh, he's sitting in 6th place. He's the one who's going to have to fight to get into that top three there.
He's going to get him. He's got him already. Both got DRS. Broom's got DRS as well. Yannick ahead. HRC pits. And you'd think that HRC playing the long game probably didn't work as well as he would have wanted to, because he's now down in 14th.
Well, one thing's for sure, he's left himself a hell of a lot of work to do, but he's going to have the quicker tyre to do it, so he's going to have to get racy, get his skates on, really start push now, HRC, as well as Vitinho and Mr. Buraps. He's going to be a man to watch here. He's closing in on the back of Chris now. He's got a few cars ahead of him. His teammate as well, Kimi, on the harder tyre. Buraps also on the mediums.
Buraps is right on the back of this little train. He wants to get the Ferrari as soon as possible.
As well, he's ever closer to the back of Yannick as they come up to the line. DRS now enabled, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty clean pass around the outside on the fresh rubber. Down into turn 1. Oh, and Yannick just nudged him there. Vitinho composed himself and lived to fight another day. Up to position 3.
Here goes Buraps down the inside at turn 1, and it's a move on ABR Chris that was absolutely needed. What a move there from Buraps.
And I think there'll be some team orders coming up, Phil. I think it will be...
Yeah, he got the...
Kimi, Buraps is faster than you. Kimi, Buraps is faster than you. Do you receive?
Well, I think he has received, because...
What about the drink? Is the drink on?
You will not have the drink.
Well, the thing is, you're not going to want to let Buraps through with ABR Chris right on the back still, are you? You're going to want to put a bit of a gap first.
Yeah.
Maybe wait for DRS and just go a little bit wide at turn 1 maybe. Gator has done it on... Oh, he's done it in the same place everyone else has done it.
And we got a
VSC
VSC
death, we got a virtual safety car.
And so our third
Stubbsy
casualty
has opted to pit.
Ooh.
Stubbsy is going to go, I reckon. I don't think the soft tyres will
It's got to be a soft pit.
Oh, that'd be great. Nah, it's medium. It's medium tyres. I think the soft's a bit brave.
Risky there. Risking the track position, but okay.
Ran a dummy.
And the field is quite spaced now. It looks like Buraps, Chris and Kimi are the closest battle on track. Andrew Wisdo and Bowen as well.
Kimi, Buraps is faster than you.
Green flag, we're racing once again. Lap 24 of 35, the final sprint to the finish now, and it's currently Callum leading the way. Chandler with an impressive currently second. Then it's Vitinho in third, Yannick fourth, Boom fifth, Oxdiv sixth, Kimi seventh, Buraps eighth, looking punchy. Chrissy in ninth place, Mixtic rounding out the points at the moment, but expect to see HRC fly up the order. He's on a really fresh.
He's going to get him
medium.
around this next DRS. I think Barats is hammer time. He's got 0 ERS and he's right on his teammate's tail. And I think now might be the right time to get the move done, as he's now got a little bit of a gap to Griffiths. But I don't think Kimi is going to want to give this position up.
Chris is still within DRS.
I think he'll get him. He's in DRS now. And I don't think he's going to fight this position as Kimi, but I think he's going to get him down the inside. Yeah, good move, and I don't think that's one that Kimi wanted to fight.
No, and a wise call. Buraps can now
he's going to get after Oxtes, who's got hard tyres ahead of him.
And boom here, 21 laps so far, Phil, on the hard tyre, currently sitting in P5. He's going to do well to hold on to them till the end of the Grand Prix.
He's still within DRS or Yannick, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's impressive. Then final laps are going to be so painful through Sector 2. My goodness.
10 laps to go now, it's absolutely cooking to be a good one. Oh. So I'm just trying to look at the progress of Vittino. With the quicker tyres than the two cars ahead, he's not
Coming down slowly.
that far from the lead.
Quick enough yet. Vittino, if you can hear us, strat mode 5. Use everything you've got, mate. Push now. Make use. Oh, and we got a car around in the final corner. Phil is into the barrier. Goes HRC. He's out of the Grand Prix. Surely that's going to be a full safety car, and it's only a virtual they've thrown out there, Phil. But in the last corner, got out on the curb, just slung him straight into the pit barrier. And so
Mamma mia, this is crazy.
HRC.
And he is not happy with that.
So looking quick there, just trying to get on the power a bit too early maybe. Use a bit too much.
Well, we've got a VSC. We've got Callum, who leads the race, Chandler second, Vittino third, Yaunif fourth, Boom fifth, Oxted sixth, Barap seventh, Kimi eighth, Chris ninth, Mystic Reed 10th. They are your top 10. Gandra is 11th, Bowen 12th, Dan 13th, Stubbsy 14th. They are your remaining cars running here. It is anyone's to play for in the midfield. But Callum has got a 4.6 second lead over Chandler. He's got no time penalties and he is absolutely cruising. He's living his best life.
Do you want to invite any of the others in? Maybe HRC, Phil. Try and get another special guest.
I don't know, Lethal, who's more likely to join out of the people that DNF?
Just invite them all and see if they show up.
Fair enough, alright.
Roger that.
Do that.
We're back on the racing once again.
I think Burr makes fifth position up by the end of the race here. He's got just over 4 seconds and it looks like Oxtes is maintaining that gap.
But for how long?
Well, it's been for the last few laps now, so I think with a few more laps to go. Mind you, I don't know what's Ox's tyres at. I suppose they are starting to get on a bit, aren't they?
Welcome, Cookie. Do remember to include your audio so we can get you on the stream, pal. That's Boom doing a sterling job here. 23 laps on them hard tyres so far. Doing well to hold on to the back of Yano, 1.7 behind him now.
It's not letting me. Hello, son. You alright?
Yeah. My mic is being a bit weird. I don't want it to work.
That's alright. Have you included your audio?
I have. I don't know why I'm here, but I and I guess
Oh,
it's howdy.
we're just lighting up the stream. How?
Fair enough.
Explain what happened. What happened to your race, mate?
Cold tyres because they're hard and they're not very fun. And turn 4 death. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely a hard track to get right. I mean, I'm just trying.
Also did no practice. I was dead.
Well, the thing is, three of you DNF'd at the exact same corner. HRC being at a complete different one, but you, Gator, Lethal, all went off at the same place. It's the tricky part of the track.
I started spinning one way, then corrected it, and then started spinning the other way, and then corrected that, and then started spinning the other way, and then corrected that, and then started spinning into the wall.
I just lost it straight into the wall.
HRC losing it into the wall. Oh god, it's been an absolute crazy race. Absolutely crazy. But who do you lot think is going to win this Grand Prix? Do you think Callum's going to hold on?
It's got to be.
Looks like the only contest is for P2. If Vitinho can claw in that, he's got 10 laps younger and he's on the medium.
It's going to be close. He's on quicker tyres, but I believe he has a penalty, so this may implicate it at the end of the race, so he's going to want to get it done early. 6 laps when they cross the line, so.
Looks like he's got him into the zone though. Vitinho is really starting to claw it in now. 1.2
yeah, 1.2 behind.
The battle is on for second place in this Grand Prix as well as Buraps. He needs to really start. It's hammer time now. Push now, Buraps. And Oxtes is within a second of Boom. And look to make the move soon. Maybe on the next lap, come DRS.
Here we go. I mean, Dan's going to try and get something done here on Bowen. Because Stubbs is right on the back of him as well. You've got a little mini train here. Bowen, Dan and Stubbsy. Gandalf is just ahead of him. This was the exact same trio that I believe HRC was on the back of as well. It's such a hard track to overtake as well. It's not.
As well unlucky there.
P7.
In the words of HRC, it was an unfortunate Grand Prix. Say no more.
Here we go. Stubbs is going to try and get it done. Dan from the outside. Is he going to get it done? He's got the inside line now.
Here comes Oxtes up the inside into T1.
Stubbs, he's got Dan. And Dan's got a penalty for it. I don't know why.
And that's Oxtes up into P5. Boom, slipping down into P6. And them 27 lap old hard tyres now. And next up for him is Buraps flying now.
5-car fight for P10. This is class.
And Vitinho has got it just over half a second to Chandler. Chandler using a bit too much of the track.
And we have blue. Why is there blue flags?
Blue flag.
Blue flag.
I'm gonna leave because I'm hungry and there's food. So good luck. Have fun.
Alright, man. Take care, man. See you later. Oh, and Stubbs
Buraps is really hustling.
There we go, coming around the
Buraps is
final
really
corner.
hustling to get onto the back of 6th and 5th here.
Oh, he's flying, mate. He's caught over a second that lap. And we've got a move here for P2. Vitinho's going to go to the outside into T1 brake really deep. Gets onto the marbles. And he's going to suffer under traction. And it's going to be a drag race down into turn 2 now. And he's going to have the inside line. He's got the better traction.
Here
on the
goes
apex.
Buraps.
And he's into the wall. No, we've got both of them out. No. Chandler
Oh,
and Vitinho made contact there. It was a massive collision.
Yeah, that was
And
here comes
madness.
Yaunif.
Chandler manages to hold on. Vitinho with massive damage, and Yaunif's going to sweep past surely. And as he does it, he lets him through kindly, but it's...
Here goes Perhaps, he's got it done this time on Boom. He's into P6. Oh, this is absolutely crazy.
Late drama here at the Hungarian Grand
Chandler
Prix.
with no wing.
Lap 32. We've seen
Chandler there just refusing to yield to Vitinho there. And,
Yeah, I
just
agree.
caught the outside of him. He literally just whipped and collected him with him.
Yeah, I agree.
So battle on for the podium. Can Buraps pull off a podium in these late phases, or will it be Oxtes, the next one, to capitalise on this? The battle
I
is
believe
always.
Oxstairs has got a 3-second penalty.
So come on, Buraps. Coutinho is into the pits. He's got to change his front wing. That's going to promote Buraps up as well into fourth place now.
2 laps to go. Oh, this is going to be a good ending. Buraps up a total 10 places. Oxted up a total 12
definitely went
places.
Burap's way.
Yeah. Oxted has had a solid drive starting P15 on the grid. All the way up to P3. And Buraps has got a penalty. That's not good. Just going to check something here.
Problem with this track, it's so unrelenting, you know, there's hardly any space to like switch off for a second and reset. Shoot through this
Right,
middle
so
part.
Buraps is... Okay. So I have news, I've got the wrong way, I've got the ABR's the wrong way round, so Yaunif has a 3-second penalty. Oxted doesn't. And Buraps does.
Okay, so it's so Oxtes is within 3.2 of Yaunif. So can he snatch second off Yaunif here?
He might just be able to. Of course he's not going to know. When you're a driver on the track, I don't think anyone...
Well, hopefully he's listening to the stream and he can get that inside knowledge feel, can't he?
Hammer time. And Vitinho and Chandler going at it again. Round 2, except this time it's not for P2, it's for P13. And one's on the softs, one's on the mediums, and Vitinho is ahead.
Buraps can see the back of Oxtes now, and it's just encouraging him. I can see it. Just pushing, and he's taking big chunks now out of Oxtes. It's not over. It's going to come down to the last lap, that's for sure. Now 1.5.
Can you imagine? If Buraps overtakes Oxtes, they'll both be up 11 places. It's crazy.
As your leader has started the final lap of the Grand Prix. He's been impeccable all weekend from qualifying, start of the Grand Prix. He's got his head down. He lost all of that advantage early on with them safety cars, but he's managed to pull the gap back out, and he's got a 14-second advantage now over Yaunif in P2. Oxtes has done a sterling job in P3 there. Buraps, after some... he was well down the pecking order, but he's rocketed right up the standings up into P4. Boom as well, after being right at the back for that early pit stop. Kimi as well, P6. He's maintained position off the line. Then we've got Chris in P7. Mystic, hopefully going to bring it home, P8. And we've got a fast-charging Ganjawiz and his teammate Stubbsy behind him for the final points. And we have to offer
As
him.
now he's just one of a kind. He just keeps winning Grand Prix. He's going to extend Williams. He's going to extend his own championship. As Callum is now going to come across the line to take the Hungarian Grand Prix in fine fashion. 14 seconds clear of ABR Yaunif, who is going to come across in second. What a win for Callum there, Richie.
And Buraps needed another lap. He was almost within half a second there of Oxtes as they come across the line. And it's going to be Yalnif and Oxtes that take the final podium positions there. Great Grand Prix, chaps. And boom, stellar job there on them hard tyres. Really extended the lifespan, pushed it beyond the recommended and brought it home in P5. He was hoping for a P10 today. Kimi finishes P6, then we got Ganjul with P7 overall, Stubbsy P8. And yeah, a real game of chess in that one, Phil.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good race in the end. It was a shame for the P2 battle between Vitinho and the Racing Point. I can't believe that managed to happen. But, you know, I'm going to take nothing away from the winner, Callum. He drove an absolutely exceptional drive. I mean, to be honest, who'd you give driver of the day to? Oxtes or Barap? It's one of them. They've both driven finally. I mean, Oxtes is up the most positions, so I'll be down to give it to him, finishing P3 from starting P15.
You got the podium as well.
So Oxtes, your driver of the day, ABR Oxtes.
Congratulations to our podium. We had a real great offering there. Some disappointment for some of the guys as well. But you want to do the final run through of the standings, Phil?
Yeah, absolutely. So Callum was your Grand Prix winner. Yalnif second, ABR Oxtes third, Baraps in fourth with an absolute lethal drive from the back as well as Oxtes. Boom fifth, Kimi 6th, Ganjwez 7th, Stubbsy 8th, Chris 9th, Mystic Reed 10th, Dan 11th, Bowen 12th, Chandler 13th, ABR Vitinho was 14th, HRC Gator, PWR Cookie and ABR Lethal unfortunately were your DNFers today. But that is it for your Hungarian ABR Grand Prix.
I hope you enjoyed the action, chaps. It was a thoroughly entertaining race. It went down to the wire. On lap 32, we had that late drama, the unfortunate events for Vitinho there. But yeah, like you say, Williams again extending their advantage at the top of the driver's standings, with Callum really capitalising over his teammate as well, which was so unfortunate there. So yeah, it's going to be spicy. That was round 6 of 11. We've got 5 events to go. And it looks like it's bang on for the constructors. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Williams just, with Callum driving the way he is at the moment, Williams are absolutely another step ahead of everybody else. I don't see anyone overtaking Williams for the constructors. I don't actually see anyone beating Callum either for the Drivers' Championship. I picked the double. Williams to do the double. Chandler, do you know what? He surprised me massively in qualifying because he done like a little teaser on his first lap. He didn't go too quick, and then the next time he just went so much quicker.
So that's all for today, guys. That's the ABR broadcast for Tier 1. Join us next week, same time, same place, but we've got the Belgium Grand Prix that always throws up some fantastic racing. Also, don't forget to check out Tier 2. You'll be joining us for the next round, which will be the German Grand Prix, another thriller. Might get some events like last year in 2019. But that's all for ABR today. We'll join you again soon. Thanks for watching and have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye.